Hello, hello, hello. All right, let me see if I can set this up. Hi, guys. Yay. Let's see if we can get all my hair in the frame, because that's always the challenge. Okay. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay, it says my connection is weak. That sucks. Hopefully that'll improve. I'm just in my backyard. Okay, that's books. Y'all don't want to look at that. Hopefully you guys are seeing this. I see people joining. If you're joining, say hi. And I'll just tell y'all that I'm in my backyard and I was running around like a crazy person to set up for this because I promised between 12:30 and 5. Hi, Sippa. And I was trying to get it all set up, but my iPod. Hi, Ariane. Hi, Tressa. My iPod stand or iPhone stand broke, doesn't work. My phone is so huge that I can no longer hold it up. It's an iPhone 6S. Hi, Lydia. So anyway, I have like a stack of books and I had to go get like the law books, you know, because they're like big as hell. So I had to go get the law books. I'm like carrying law books from my office out here to set this up. But anyway, hi guys. Hi, Denise. Thanks for joining. Thanks everyone for joining. So I wanted to talk to you guys about, oh, thanks for the hearts. Hi, Laura. Ah, so good to see you here. So anyway, while I sweat my ass off out here to talk to you guys, I wanted to tell you why creating a product from scratch is the wrong way and the long way to start creating a product. Hi, Bridget. And here's why, because obviously it's the long way and long sucks. You want to get to revenue as soon as possible. That's what I'm about. I'm a revenue girl. I actually just got off the phone with a friend who had an unexpected legal issue come up. Unfortunately, nothing that's her fault, but it's going to cost her money to fix. And so I said, all right, well, let's brainstorm some ideas to make you some money this summer. Because that is like literally, there's a phone call coming in. Hold, I sent it to voicemail. I didn't know that was possible. I should have probably turned off that part of my phone. Anyway, hi, Mari. So what was I saying? Oh, so my friend that's having this legal issue, I said, let's brainstorm some ideas to make you some money quickly, because that's what I'm all about. That's literally my favorite thing to do. And I find too that if you take too long to get to the dollars in the door, you lose momentum, right? And you just don't keep moving forward. You don't keep building. You get tired. It takes too long. You start looking for a job online. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all have been there. I've been there too, which is why I'm all about getting to the dollars quickly. And also, you know, I'm the sole breadwinner for my family, which has turned out to be one of the best blessings for me. Oh, and I realized the camera is there. All right, let me look this way. I'm like so amateur. I haven't done this in a while. Yeah, so as the sole breadwinner for my family, I used to think, oh God, it's such a challenge. I wish, you know, that my spouse had a job and health insurance and all those things so that I could just, you know, sit back and chill. Hi, Robin. Hi, Monique. You know, while I'm building my business and not be under such stress. But guess what? That level of stress is exactly what's gotten me to where I am today and why we have the kinds of revenues that we have. It's because I always have that hustle mentality. I've never just been like, oh, let me just sit back and chill and see what happens. I don't have that luxury, right? Because mama got to pay all the bills, okay? Oh no, Sippa, I hope the rest of you guys are here. Let me know if it's cut off. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Andrew. So glad to see you guys here. Anyway, right? And I got to send my kids to the fancy preschool because that's how I roll. So, and I'm sorry if you guys got cut off. I'm still on. I still see like 20 people on here. So let's keep the conversation going. So what I wanted to tell you is that in order to create a product, love that enthusiasm, Andrew, instead of starting from scratch and thinking, oh, I got to start with a blank page and let me just, you know, see what I can come up with. You don't have to do that. And in fact, I encourage you not to do that because one, it takes too long. And two, you already have tons of content and intellectual property that you have created over the years that has a lot of value and that is transferable into the product that you want to create. And often that's the way to go. Oh, let me just read the comments. Bridget, that's what I want, to be the maid breadwinner so he can spend more time with our girl. Oh, that's awesome, Bridget. And a product can definitely help you do that. I mean, I was able to hire my first employee based on, you know, the revenues that I got from Small Business Bodyguard. Okay, good. It looks like it's working for you guys. Fantastic. Hi, Erica. Thank you for joining. So whether you have a day job or whether you have a business, there is expertise that you have, content that you have created that can that you can transfer into your product and start with an outline that is largely filled out. I mean, that's what I did with Small Business Bodyguard. And it's not just Small Business Bodyguard. Hi, Andre. Oh, yes. Hell yes. I'm not going to out you, but yes, I'm glad you're here. But you know, so what I did was I transferred that information not just for SBB, but also for literally every other product we have ever created. I mean, the Creative Class Contract, Ready Name Fire, parts of Brand Boss, like literally Legal Nunchucks for Coaches. We cannibalize what we've created in our content every single time we create a product. And that's why people always like, how the fuck does she get so much content out into the world all the time so quickly? Somebody just asked me on Sunday, they were like, do you sleep? Because how are you constantly putting out blog posts and new products and launching new shit all the time? Well, this is how. I never ever start from scratch. Ever. Okay? Yes, Tressa knows. Yes, exactly, Erica. Tons of intellectual property you have, I know for a fact. And it's just about putting them into the form where you can sell them, right? So a lot of times too, you have everything you need for an amazing product. And it's just a matter of you realizing, okay, let me put this together and then this here, and let me reorganize it this way. It's just a matter of deciding how to organize it and then throw some great copy in there. Hi, Chris. Good to see you here. Throw some great copy in there, and then also some nice design. Good design will get you a long way, and it's just a matter of organizing it. I mean, you could take all of your blog posts and create an amazing product, I'm sure, in your area of expertise, and people will pay for it. Even though that information is available for free, they will still pay for it. And here's why: because you're organizing it in a way that's easy to digest so that they can quickly get through that information, quickly apply it, and get the result that they're looking for. And that's exactly what you want for your people. You want your people to get results because that's what enables them to make money. So let me tell you 2 quick stories so that you know it's not just me. There are lots of other people that do this. I'll out my friend Kelly Kingman, and hopefully she won't be mad that I'm outing her, but she's somebody who was a photo editor in her previous job. She worked for a magazine. She was a photo editor. She said all this publicly, so I don't think she'll be mad. I'm not telling any secrets. But so she was a photo editor for a long time for a magazine, and then she got let go of her job. And so, you know, and it was during the recession and all of that. And so she was trying to decide, all right, now what do I do? And she was approached by a large website that has, like, you know, lots of followers and stuff. Or she may have reached out to them. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but she over time created a relationship with this website, and they wanted to put out a product or like kind of like an ebook on photo editing. So she wrote it, put it up on their website, and she still makes money from that friggin' product to this day. And then they reached out to her again in the future and asked her to create another product on that topic. So she used expertise she had from her old job. She probably had tons of notes, paperwork. I mean, just think of all the shit that's on your desk when you have a day job, right? When you're in that cubicle 9 to 5. I know I had a ton of stuff, and I've definitely used some of this stuff from my previous jobs in different ways, right? So this is something this is just sort of a life philosophy that I've always used, and now I apply it to business because it just fucking makes sense, you know? So that's one example. So she was getting royalty checks for that product way after she made it. I mean, she made it like probably, I don't know, 5 years ago now at least. She made it before we met, and I met her in my first year of business, so it could be like 6-7 years ago she created it, and she's still getting checks every month. Okay, so that's why intellectual property and products are a beautiful thing, because you can move on with your life and be doing other stuff, and that product is still generating revenue for you, which is true, right, for Small Business Bodyguard as well. So the other story I want to tell you, the other person I want to out is my client Lindsay, who's known online as Lux ATL. You guys may have seen her commenting like on my page or whatever. She is the stripper with a PhD. So really, she's a pole dancer with a feminist message, and that's what she's here to share. Hi, Sylvie! Yay! So glad to see you. So she has, she has this class that she was doing. She tours around and teaches this pole dancing workshop, right? So she goes to like fitness studios, teaches this pole dancing workshop, and then also shares her feminist message, right? And so while she's doing that, touring around the world, she has a little boy who's at home, like missing his mommy. And so she wanted to find a way to generate revenue and not be on the road. And so she hired me. Smart move, right? So anyway, we worked together to help her create her product. And so what she did was she took, content from, her presentations, all this sort of work that she's created, even just notes and things like that, all of this sort of disjointed content that she had all over the place from these workshops that she's been teaching for a year, and put them into a product in digital form. She just pre-sold it. She made a shit ton of money just from the pre-sale, and the product isn't even done yet. She's going to fully launch the product in September. And I'm talking about digital products, okay? And so when I talk about products too, I am not talking about courses. Yes, you can sort of sell it as a course. I mean, honestly, you can call it whatever the fuck you want. I call my products kits. You can call them business kits, legal kits, fitness kits. I mean, I like the word kits, but you could call it a course. I mean, you can call it an ebook. You can call it whatever you want. But the reality is I'm about creating products that make you money while you're not working. So this is not about, I launch this course twice a year, I get people signed up, and then I teach it live. No, that's not what I teach, because I'm trying to separate you from the process, right? I want to get you to a place where you're at your desk, working on new things, or working with clients, or maybe you're at the park with your family, or on vacation in France for a month like I'm gonna do in September. I want you to be doing that, and your product is making you money. That's what I'm about, and that's what I'm teaching in my course, Multiply. Today's the last day to register if you're interested. I think we have 4 spots left. And it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to teach you all of the stuff that I know about products and product creation and how to do it quickly and efficiently, make more money, and get shit done. So you not only get the content, but you're also going to have me cracking the whip, because I don't play. I want people to get results when they work with me. That's why my courses aren't $50 or $97, because I put in the time, right? And I don't usually do classes either. It's usually either a digital product, or it's like a small group or one-on-one coaching type of situation. But this is something that I decided to do because A, I thought it would be fun, and B, I'll be totally honest, we're raising money to refurbish and renew Small Business Bodyguard. So we're going to redesign the whole thing. We're adding some new content. We're adding a community, and the community part is going to require a lawyer on the team to be managing the community for us, and a bunch of other stuff we're doing. We're investing in Facebook ads, blah, blah, blah. So I wanted to raise some money. And so that's why I decided to do this course. And this was a course that I was planning on doing anyway. And again, even from this class that I'm going to be teaching, there's a lot of content that I have just from sharing things with my team, teaching my team different things that I've taught in my Prime Mastermind that I did for the last 6 months. There's a lot of different content that I'm going to be sharing in this program, but it's going to be nothing that you've heard before. It's not going to be the shit that you see in the 7 ways to blah, blah, blah blog posts that you see all day in Twitter and Facebook. Okay, so this is going to be fresh ideas and strategies that I've gotten from many of my clients who are multi-million-dollar entrepreneurs, and then also just things that I've learned myself creating 5+ products over the last 3 years that have generated over $600,000 in revenue for us. So that's a lot of fucking money in 2.5 years. So if you want to be making bank, then you need to work with us and sign up for this Multiply class. There's 4 spots left, and this is literally the least expensive way to work with me. So if you want to do it, jump on it, because I'm not sure when or if I'll do it again. We're doubling down on Small Business Bodyguard after this. So starting in September, we're doing a relaunch and doing all kinds of new stuff. So I wanted to share that tip with you guys. I hope it was helpful. If you have questions about creating a product, type them in. I'll answer them for you. But whether you have a day job or whether you're an entrepreneur, you have expertise that people need and that will solve people's problems. And you also have it written down. You have it in audio form, you have it written, you have it on video. How can you take that content and use it to create a product instead of starting from scratch? And one of the tips I'll share with you too that I use for Small Business Bodyguard and everything else. I should probably share the link for the course. Tressa, can you throw that in the chat? But it's rogerscollective.com/multiply if you guys want to check out the product. The class, the Multiply class that I was just talking about. So, the tip, and then I'll hit up your question, Sippa. So the tip was that for Small Business Bodyguard and several of the products that we've created, what we do often is when I teach a class or if I do a presentation, we have the audio recording of that. And so I had a transcriptionist transcribe it for like, I don't know, $20 an hour. It takes them like an hour to do 2 hours of recorded content. And then I use that. So I had a shit ton of content when I created Small Business Bodyguard already drafted, right? So it needed to be cleaned up, the language. I needed to fit pieces in, there were things that were sort of missing that I kind of fit in. But like the product was like, probably 40% drafted when I sat down to start it because I used those audio recordings from a class that I had taught in the past. So go back and look at podcast interviews you've done. Go look at speaking gigs you prepared for. I mean, speaking gigs especially, it's like such painstaking research that you put into it. You take a lot of time and effort, right? And you have it in written form. You probably have it in audio if you have the recording. So use that as well. Use classes you've taught in the past. If you've done guest teaching for people's classes, use that. If you've written articles for different magazines or websites or from your own blog. So just be looking through and seeing. The other thing you want to look at is your inbox. Your inbox is a gold mine for this. So you probably have a shit ton of content in your inbox from people who have just asked you the same questions all the time. So answer those questions. Maybe create a product that answers that question and gets them to the result that they're looking for. So that's another great place. I mean, I literally stole answers that I had sent to clients, removing all identifying information, of course. But like there was a section I remember of SBB talking about online-based contests, like sweepstakes. If you want to run an online contest, what are the rules? There are really specific rules about that. And I had advised a client on that previously. So instead of redoing the research, I just went and found that email. I literally searched my inbox for the client's name, found the email I had sent them, transferred it over into my draft, and cleaned it up a little bit to make it work. I mean, that's how you can do it. It's like guerrilla warfare out here, okay? So make the process easier for yourself. And then Sippa, let me answer your question. How much content do you reasonably need to have to be able to create an awesome product? Not a ton, okay? So like I said, if you've been in business, let's say even, it depends. I don't want to say a specific time. I mean, you could say 6 months, but like I said, you could do this even if you have a day job and you have content from your day job that you've created, or just expertise that you have from your day job. But even if you've been in business 6 months or a year, if you're working with people, if you're working with clients are a gold mine, right? Because when we serve our clients, we try to go overboard, right? We try to really kill it for them. So that means you're responding to emails all the time. You're on the phone. A lot of times those phone calls are recorded. Those recorded phone calls have great content in there, great information in there. You can have those transcribed, right? And then, maybe you want to do, just make sure that your transcriptionist is either in-house, or if they're not, just make sure that they understand that the information in those client calls is confidential. Okay, so if that's the case, take that information, strip away all the stuff related to the client, and take the stuff that's the expertise and transfer that over into your product. Hi, Julia. Good to see you here. So that's how you would do that. So even if you haven't been in business super long, I'm sure you have a shit ton of content. Yes, Sippa, I love the transcribing idea too. I've used it so many times. Yes, I totally agree. Andre says, if anything I've learned from Rachel is that you have more content than you think you do. And that's absolutely true. Hi, Ashley. Hello. You definitely have more content than you think you do. Absolutely. And I mean, really anyone can do this. You could be in childcare, right? And you could teach parents how to discipline in your particular method of disciplining, or you could teach parents how to supplement their kids, what they're learning in preschool at home. I would love guidance on that. That's just one example. I mean, you could be a coach that, helps people with online addictions. I can't think of anything else at the moment, right? Share your expertise about that and just take client calls, the information you have from there, information you have from emails, information you have. I mean, literally it could be marketing copy on your website that is useful, and that can be the basis of something that you can expand on, And it's really about taking all of that and turning it into an outline and then creating a product. And honestly, I find that the biggest problem is not that you don't have the expertise. It's not that, you haven't been in business long enough or you don't have an audience. I mean, in Multiply, I'm going to teach you how to build up an audience. We are actually going to work together to build up your audience during the class. So don't worry about that. That's not a requirement. But usually the biggest problem is, one, you don't believe in yourself. So that could be an issue because you're not going to take action, right? You're not going to invest in a class. You're not going to invest in taking the time away from, let's say, clients or doing something else in your business in order to devote the time and energy to creating your product because you don't believe that you can make money from it. Well, I'm telling you here now, if you're here now, I believe in you. I've looked at everybody who's logged in. I know you all. I believe in all of you. So I know you can create a product that can make you a lot of money. I know for a fact from my own experience. So do it. You know, if that's what's stopping you, just remember that I believe in you. Send me a message. I will send you a pep talk. Okay. They're free. Pep talks are free. So that's one of the biggest issues that people have. And then the other thing is finding the time, right? And usually the excuse of time is related to not believing in yourself. But also it's just like, if you believe that you can make money, then you need to make the time. And honestly, I'm somebody that studied for 2 bar exams with a full-time job. So I don't want to hear shit about your excuses about making time. I have 3 kids at home and I find the time to build my business and do what I need to do. And yes, it does require sacrifices at times. I'm not saying that I, have perfect work-life balance. It's definitely something that I'm working on, but it is totally possible for you. Unless you have 3 kids, and, you're a stay-at-home parent and, you're renovating your house and there better be 7 other things as well. Like, you can make this shit happen. That's not most of our lives. Yes, Sipa, amen. Yes, you definitely have a metric shit ton of stuff to teach people. I have 0 doubt. Just from following you on Facebook, I know that you have a ton of stuff to teach. So anyway, I think I closed my last point. Let me know, because I'm like, the adrenaline's running because I'm talking so fast. But if you have other questions, just type them in. Otherwise, I'll let you go on with your day. But and if you need, in terms of the time, that was the other thing I was going to say, is in terms of the time, sometimes it's just somebody keeping you on track. And that's what I'm here for. So if you need that, then definitely check out Multiply. I will definitely be cracking the whip. Y'all know I don't play. So, yeah, I'll be there to encourage you. You'll have a group of awesome people. Everybody who's in the program right now is fucking amazing. They're all professionals. They're all like basically, they have a profession, that they have an area of expertise, even if they don't have a business yet, and they're trying to take that expertise and turn it into a product that makes them at least 6 figures. And that's what I'm about. So that's what I'm here to help you do. I mean, you have a ton of information, expertise, content to share. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for joining us. You too. Oh my God. All of your amazing photos. You could easily teach a class on photography for sure. And you have half the content to do it. Or even just on travel. That's another area of expertise for you. But literally, like, I could literally pick off every single one of you and tell you the product that you could create. Really. I could. But I'm not going to, because mama got things to do. So yes, email me, Sipa, and we'll talk. Email me and we'll talk. We'll figure something out. But yeah, so that's what I have for you today, guys. I hope that this was helpful. And this is a very small fraction of the value that you're going to get. Somebody else emailed me today and they were like, your course is more expensive than other courses I've seen. And I was like, yes, it is. Yes, it sure is. And there's a reason why, because the value that you're going to get is going to be way beyond anything that you're going to pay me. And that is just how I roll with literally every single thing that we sell. So yes. And Bridget, what are you dying to hear? Oh, you're dying to hear what I would say each one of you guys. I know that was a big tease, right? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, if you missed any part of this, the replay will be up, so you'll be able to listen to it. And if you want to work with me, check out Multiply. We also have a 30% off deal going on all of our legal kits, and you can check that out at rogerscollective.com/legal-kits. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining. This was fun. Thank you for reminding me that I love Facebook Live and I need to do this more often. All right. Hi, Kwame. All right. Bye, guys.